Hello everyone, thanks for watching this video and welcome to the 7th video of Spring Boot Microservices live project series. And in this video, today we are going to develop the API gateway. So before developing the API gateway, we are going to understand high level what exactly API gateway is. We already understood all the concept including API gateway in the first video itself from this playlist. Okay, so this series is all about the coding, but let's have a small recap on API gateway since this is the important topic. Okay, so what is the API gateway? Name itself suggesting that this is the gateway. From this gateway something is going or something is passing or or something is traversing, right? So suppose that we have the application A and we have the application B. Okay, A wanted to connect with the application B. In between A and B there will be a one microservice will come, which is nothing but API gateway. API gateway microservice is the same as the another Spring Boot project how we have the others. Only difference between from other microservice project and API gateway project is that API gateway project doesn't contain any business logic. API gateway is only responsible to validate the request and translate the request if required. This is basically kinds of security kinds of implementation. Here we can do it, or configuration we can do it. But all the business related logic will go into the other microservices. Done? Now assume that we have the application A, we have the application B. A application is all related to the depends upon the vendor like PayPal, MasterCard or some ATM card have wanted some services from application B. Now PayPal want to hit the application B asking the PayPal/get money. So get the money, get the balance. Same as MasterCard also hitting the services B where MasterCard/get money. Okay. So all these two or three application wanted to hit the application B in order to get the balance, money balance, right? But technically B doesn't have any services called PayPal/get money, neither MasterCard/get money. B application is having get money and my application name, like application name is B, so B/get money, something like that. Okay, but it doesn't have the PayPal/ or MasterCard/. Okay, then how this communication will happen? Until unless the request mapping will not happen properly, the PayPal or MasterCard won't be able to get the response from application B. B will throw the error saying that 404, 500, whatever the status code it had set it. But in between, API gateway will come into the picture. API gateway will first receive the request from PayPal or MasterCard or other vendor, and API gateway will validate okay if this request is eligible to hit the application B or not. If this is eligible, then first task is done for the API gateway. Coming to the second task, API gateway requesting with this URI. Okay. Now responsibility of API gateway is to translate this URI. The last URI string is saying that okay, PayPal wanted to hit the get money, right? So in that way, API gateway will replace PayPal to the application name from where it's supposed to go. In the same way, MasterCard/get money got hitted into the API gateway. API gateway validate okay, MasterCard is eligible to hit the application B. First task done. Again for second task, it see that okay, URI is MasterCard/get money. API gateway will remove the master card and it will translate that URI to application name / get money, and then it will send to the redirect to the respective application. So this is the basically things we will do into the API gateway. Apart from that, API gateway is also eligible to do multiple filter. Depends upon filter only we are translating the request. So all the request translation track will go through the API gateway. Through API gateway, we can also identify that okay, how many requests heated the application B or application C. So that all number of heated will pass through API gateway only. So we have the exact count also, right? We can also ensure that okay, what are the vendor heated the our services, that also we can track directly through the API gateway. So these are all basic information we will get through the API gateway. So name itself is gateway. Gateway means gateway. Done. So now we are directly jumping to the our coding area, that how to implement the API gateway. Okay. So first task is that we need to create the API gateway. Here we are trying to create the API gateway in Spring Boot using API called Joule, Z-U-L-L, okay, which is again the Netflix API provided by the Netflix. So here I already have created the application Spring Boot simple application like Joule API Gateway Server. This is the main application which has the default code written. This is the run method and this is the class where it is annotated with the @Spring Boot application, which states that okay, this is the Spring Boot application. Coming to the another file, which is just I have created one filter. There is no logic inside that. I have also created the Swagger, but this Swagger no use because we are not going to write any services inside the API gateway, as we already understood that API gateway is all about the translation and validation. So here there will be no business logic. If business logic is not there, there is no use of Swagger. But still, what are the default services is available for in API gateway that we can see through the Swagger URL. That's why I have kept it here. So this is all about our Java classes. The important area is that we have to first go to the pom.xml and understand what are the dependency we need to add in order to achieve the or in order to develop the API gateway. This first area is talking about the parent of the application name, version, all those things. This area is the group ID, artifact ID. Here only things to be noted is that okay, this is also group ID, not required. This one is the important, which is the property tag. This property will tag here. Important things to understand that we are using the Horton SR5 cloud, which is compatible with the Spring Boot 2.3.1 version, right? Now this dependency is nothing but the Eureka dependency we already configured for the multiple project like Flipkart, Amazon, as well as the our product manufacturer services. This API is important. These two API is important. First one is the Joule, which will help you to create the API gateway, and this is for the cloud. This is again the Swagger dependency. We understood already. This is the dev tool, compile runtime, and these are all is the Spring Boot application starter test related JUnit test. This is the lang not required even though. This is the cloud related application where version we will get the S4. Here it is. Sorry, S5, SR5. Okay, that's all. This is all about the pom.xml of the API gateway. Now coming to the coding area. First task is that in order to create the API gateway, we need to go to the main application where we have the run method. So as we already know, this is the another Spring Boot application, or we can say this is the another microservices. Only difference between other microservice and API gateway microservice is that API gateway microservice doesn't have any business logic, okay, but still it is the microservice and it is the Spring Boot project, correct? So First task is, this is the Spring Boot project. We need to register this project into the Eureka server. Okay. In order to register, first we need to add the annotation called enable discovery client. Enable discovery client. Using this annotation, our application is eligible to register inside the Eureka naming server. But second configuration we have to do into the application.properties file of SAM API gateway. So here we have given the Eureka client URL, which is default 8761. This is the application name. This is the port. Okay, API gateway port is by default running on 8765 only. This is the reserved port for the API gateway. And these are all configuration is related to login, which we already know. Now we are going to close this one. So now our application is eligible to register inside the Eureka naming server. Okay. Now second thing is that since this is the till now there is no configuration which is very specific to Joule API gateway. Till now this is the just an Spring Boot simple application which is registering inside the Eureka. Now we are going to add the another annotation called @enable Joule proxy. This annotation will only tell that okay, this is the API gateway project. That's all. No more things required. So this annotation if we will add means that this is the API gateway. That's all. So we are done with our first class. Now coming to the second class that we have written it here, which is nothing but the filter. As we already know, API gateway responsibility is to translate the object, translate the request and validate the request. In order to translate the request, API gateway have some default filter also. Using this filter we can translate easily. So we have created one Joule logging filter, and here we are going to extend the interface that WL Joule filter. That extends that WLFIL Joule filter, this one. So it has some already predefined method which supposed to be overridden. Here these many method got overridden. This is basically you can say life cycle, or you can say the filter also kinds of thing. Okay. So here first method. This method is responsible to say that do you want to execute the filter or not. Technically or recommended way, this has to be executed always. By default it is false, but we have to make the true. Okay. This filter contain the logic that determines when to run this filter. Okay. Basically this particular filter is always has to run. So that's the reason it is true. That's all. Done with the first method. Second method is the run method. This is the important method. Okay. Here all the in this method only has the all the request information. The which request is hitting the API gateway. Since it has all the request information, so we can extract the request information from here also. How we can do that? So there is a one interface called request context context request context. If you see com.netflix.joule request context, this one only. Okay, this is the class. Okay, dot get current context. and inside this one we will be having multiple filter method. You see here, get request, query param. There are multiple methods available here. You can use whatever you wanted to use. Okay, but for now I am going to use the get request only. Okay, done. This is basically returning the HTTP servlet request. HTTP HTTP or else sender way is that what we can do, request request equal to and create the variable automatic HTTP servlet. Okay, now we got the request. What are the request is coming from? Coming inside the API gateway. From this request we can actually print all the details also, or if you want to do the translation you can do here itself. Okay, logger dot info. Okay, first request we want to print. Okay, second request method means which method it is trying to hit. Okay, second one. Okay, let's print the request URI also. Request URI. Third one, request URL. URI means half, URL means full. Actually, this is good, right? It with 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's all. Now what we are going to print? First one is the request. Okay, second one is that request method, right? So request dot get method. Okay, enter here. Third one, request dot is that get URI. Get here it is URI. Third one, request dot get URL. So now we are printing it here, but if you want to put some business logic, you can have it also. Okay. So this has the all the information. We are not going to return anything. We are just printing, right? Now, what is this filter type? So there are multiple filter type. My multiple filter type means if you see this filter type is returning string. So if we will pass here pre, so for this filter type technically three applicable return types are there. First one is that pre. Okay, this filter is basically set the information required. Like if you see the earlier where we are translating our request, right? Translating means PayPal slash get money. So we are removing the PayPal and from the PayPal we are setting it the application name. So that you can do in this filter. This is for pre. Route means if you want to do some routing kinds of translation. Suppose that we have done with this one and you want to route. For this application you want to route this request into this some other application. From some other application this has to come. So for routing again we will have the filter, but for this one argument is that route. Okay. Third applicable argument is that post type, post actually. Okay. Post filter typically manipulate the response. See, last two argument was only talking about the request. Pre is nothing but what is doing, setting the information. Route is nothing but routing the request. Third one is the post, it is talking about the response, means filtering the response. So whatever the response coming from the services, so if you still you want to filter it, you can filter it in API gateway also. Okay. So first two argument is talking about the request, second or third argument is talking about the response. Okay. Filter order. Here you can put 0, 1, -1, whatever here, but our responsibility is to we want to use here a 1 only. That's all. So done. So this is the API gateway. Our API gateway is done and it is ready to run now. So first what we will do in order to run the application, at very first time we need to run our Eureka naming server, right? Since all the application are registered inside the Eureka naming server. If we will not run Eureka naming server, then all the application will look for this instance, and if it is not found, then it will throw the exception. Okay, like host unknown host, something like that. So first let Eureka naming server run, then we will run our API gateway, just to check that okay API gateway got registered or not. Still API gateway could not be able to do any operation because API gateway is all about the translation, and till now we have not configured any of the services in order to translate inside the API gateway. So sorry, let me run the API gateway. Here it is. Right click, run as Java application. If you see API gateway is started successfully and it is able to registered also. This is the discovery. Inside the discovery client it got registered with this name. Okay, and it is running on default on 8765 port. That's all. Other than that it has some information that you can elaborate yourself. Okay, now coming to the Eureka naming server and refresh it. If you see here API gateway service is registered on 8761 port, which has the one instance. So that's all we can do now. Since we have configured the Swagger also, but if you see we don't have any REST implementation inside the Joule API gateway, and it's not supposed to be, but still some default service is exposed by the Spring Boot, which is first one is that actuator, third one is the health related services, health star, health info. So these are all the default services are given by the Spring Boot, and that is only here listed it out, nothing much. So now we are going to stop our API gateway. Now we are going to configure. Okay, how to configure? Product manufacturer service is the independent services which don't have to communicate with anyone, right? As per our business diagram or business use case. Flipkart and Amazon is only connecting in product manufacturer in order to get the data. So let's first go to the Flipkart. Okay, how Flipkart is communicating through product manufacturer by making a fin call. So first let's go to the fin call implementation of the Flipkart, right? Inside the, if you see, there are the fin client, I mean from which application it's supposed to hit, and we have the ribbon client which is responsible for the load balancing, right? As well as this is the method which we wanted to call it. But now we are calling from Flipkart to product manufacturer. In between no one is there. Now I want in between Flipkart and product manufacturer, API gateway should be there. Since these are all are three different applications. So I want all the request which is coming or going through API gateway only, right? So in order to do that, first we will do the configuration. So this Fin client was telling earlier that okay, this services, this API is running inside the this services, right? Now ribbon client will change the statement and it will say no, it is not running on here, but it is running in API gateway. Understand this area very clearly. So this is the application name of API gateway. Now earlier Fin client was telling that to this API is running inside the product manufacturer. Now Fin client is changing the statement saying that no, this API is not running inside the product manufacturer. This API is running in API gateway. Done. This API is running in API gateway. Now the call will go to the API gateway, and API gateway doesn't have any information for that where that call has to be redirected. Neither API gateway has the implementation of this method. Then what API gateway will do? In order to do that, we need to change this get mapping. Okay. So what change is required here? Earlier it was this is the just the get mapping which is just getting the information. It doesn't have any application information. But now we have removed the application information from Fin client, so it's required to hit, right? So for API gateway should know where this application is running. So what will happen is that API gateway will read this one and understand okay, this application is running on here, product manufacturer. Now let me repeat again. Earlier Fin client was telling that okay, this get product detail or get all product is running on product manufacturer. Now since we want to redirect this request through the API gateway, so we are telling Fin client that no, these services are available inside the API gateway. So we given the name of the application of API gateway. Fin client understood that okay, when any request want or anyone hit these services, we will redirect this to the API gateway since application name is API gateway only. Now API gateway got confused. Now API gateway will go to the URI of this one and it will see that okay, this is the application name and in this application this method is available or this URI is available. For that we wanted to hit it. That's all. Done. Okay. This is the only configuration required in order to configure the API gateway in between Flipkart and product manufacturer. First configuration done in Flipkart. Second, Amazon is also calling the product manufacturer through the by making a Fin call. So here also we will do the same things, right? So here again we will copy this one, paste it, we will comment this one, copy the API gateway service, put it here, copy the product manufacturer, okay, and keep it here. That's all. Done. So now Amazon and Flipkart both are calling the product manufacturer services. So for both the request has to traverse through API gateway. Let's check now. First we will start our Eureka naming server. Okay, right click, run as Java application. Once we will start the Eureka naming server, then which server has to start? Either API gateway or Flipkart or Amazon, which one? If we will start the Flipkart or Amazon, inside the Flipkart and Amazon, we have defined the application name inside the fin client annotation, that API gateway, and it will going to find the API gateway that it couldn't be able to find, and it will throw the exception. So to avoid this exception, we need to run the API gateway. So this instance will be available there. Right click, run as Java application. Technically, Flipkart is hitting the product manufacturer only, as well as Amazon is also hitting the product manufacturer only. But just the way of hitting is changed. Now everyone means Flipkart and Amazon will hit through API, and inside the API gateway we will be able to track all the requests and responses clearly. So now let's run API gateway successfully. API gateway is done, right? Now we can run either of anyone. There is no dependency on that, either Flipkart or. So now if you see here, our all the applications are running. API gateway is running, Amazon is running, as well as Flipkart is running, right? Now what we will do is that we will hit the same services through Swagger. So first we will open our Flipkart services. We will get the Swagger URL, which is this one. We will copy this one, come to the here, paste it. Okay. So I already have opened the logs also for all the applications. Let me delete the not required logs. It will be easy. So here we have the log for Amazon, Flipkart, Eureka naming server, as well as the API gateway also. Okay, and now all the services are running successfully. If you see here, all the 4 services are running, and all 4 services are registered inside the Eureka. Yeah, so if you see here, our all the application are registered. Product manufacturer, the registered, and it is running on 8080 port. Flipkart is also registered, running on 8081 port. API gateway is also registered, which is running on 8765. Amazon is registered and running on 8082. So all the required services are up and running now. Now we are going to test our API gateway is working successfully or not. In order to do that, first we will go to the Flipkart either or Amazon, because Flipkart and Amazon is only making a fin call to the product manufacturer. So product manufacturer is the another microservices, Flipkart is the another microservices, Amazon is the another microservices. Amazon is connecting with the product manufacturer, Flipkart is also connecting with the product manufacturer in order to get the data. So basically, technically, these are all making the communication, microservice communication. Okay, and that communication is happening through the API gateway, and that we already configured in both the project, Amazon as well as in Flipkart. So first we are going to test through the Flipkart, and then we will test through the Amazon. So this is the Flipkart Swagger URL, and this add all product manufacturer is basically making the fin call. So we just come here, click try it out. You see data inserted successfully. Response is coming from product manufacturer, port number 8080, status code is 200. Means we are able to successfully make the fin call through the API gateway, since we have configured here fin call from API gateway only, right? You see here somewhere we have that class I have closed, right? So here we have configured through API gateway only, see, right? and now we are able to receive the response. Means our API gateway configuration is working perfectly. Now we have kept some log inside the API gateway, inside the filter, right? We have kept some log. We are going to see what this log means. We already know the theoretical concept that okay, API gateway is in between application A and B. So API gateway have all the information which is going through or coming from API gateway. So here we are printed request method URI and URL. So that we are going to see into the log. Now we are going to see the log of API gateway. Come here and directly API gateway log, and if you see tool API service is completed, nothing but our run method ran successfully in 92 seconds. Now if you see, this is the tool filter, we have kept it request, right? If you see, there are some information are there. We will do is that copy this one, paste it here, and what it exactly trying to, we will delete this required for now. We will understand what this ID and this is the request. No, no, the request that is, this one is the object which is nothing but that we are printing the request, which is because of string method default implementation. Second is that request method means HTTP type. This is the get method. What is the request URI? Product manufacturer get all product. That's what we have configured here. Where go to start Java in here get all product only. For this product only configured, and the complete URL, since I am running on local, so see my system from here to this is basically we got all the information which is coming from. So here API gateway have these are all information. We can translate this information depends upon our requirement. For same for other logs also we got this, it got printed. If it was post, it would have printed post like that. So this information we are able to print because of the filter, and filter is very, you have to create the class, annotate with the @ component, extend the Joule filter. These are all default method, okay. And then here we need to, we have only kept for log now, but if you want some validation also here you can have our translation. So now we are done with our Flipkart. Now let's test the same for our Amazon, since we have configured the same thing in Amazon also, right? So let's open the Amazon theme first. Amazon Swagger, copy, paste it, go to the services, add all product manufacturer, come here. Before that, let's clear the log. Otherwise, Amazon, clear this one, API gateway, clear this, right? Now hit it. Save data successfully means this should have documented it, did not. Now I open again API gateway log, will come to the down, we will see, will copy this to request, okay. Go to the new and the same log is getting printed, but here same method, same thing, detail is getting printed. So this we got to know that whatever the log we have printed, we are able to see the information respective to the log what we have printed it. So this is the first work of our API gateway. Second work, I wanted to show you some special thing, but before that I want to stop all the server. There is something called unique identification number in API gateway also, that we are going to configure here. How we'll do that? First we will go inside the API gateway. We'll go inside the API gateway. Here it is. Okay, this is the main method. So here basically we are going to override one method. This method is responsible to generate the unique identification number. Okay, and what is that method? Public sampler default sampler. Okay, this method is returning return sampler dot, it has always sample. If you want to print the sample and just annotate with pin. That's all. What is the problem? Add the fine. So this method we need to add. So once we are done with the adding in API gateway main class, same method copy paste, go to the all the services, product manufacturer, application.properties file. Here I have commented it, but now it's time to understand what this method is exactly. Okay, so the same method we have kept in warehouse also, and now Flipkart also. Now we want to keep the same method inside the Amazon also. You see, same method in Amazon, same method in warehouse, same method in Flipkart, as well as same method we have kept inside the API gateway. Okay. Now we will see what is the use of this all method, one method. So in order to see that, again we will start from Eureka naming server. Okay, we will run Eureka naming server. Right click, run as Java application. Okay, so now our all the services are running again, and we are going to test what that method exactly doing. So for now that method is generating the unique identification number to trace our request from all the services or in all the services. From you can track from API gateway to services also, and from services to API gateway also. So both the way we can track it. So now our all the services are running. We are going to do the same thing. Means we are going to make a fin call, then only our API gateway will come into the picture. So now I am hitting these services. Let us wait for response. It did not happen times. Let's try again. See the timeout. Okay, if you see, response happened. From where we are making from the Flipkart. So first we will go to the our API logs. Okay, and API logs we will go first here down. we will see some identification number. If you see this last, right, this is the log we are printing it. Okay, just copy this one. Okay, paste it here, and okay, now this is our API gateway log. Okay, we have iterated this request from Flipkart, and this is the Flipkart log, right? Now coming down, paste it here. This is the Flipkart log, right? Now if you see, there are some number printed here default. We have not printed this number any places. So if you see this number and this number is the basically unique identification number. Now how we can track it, right? So let's have, we will delete. So how we are going to track it? We will come to, if suppose that there is some error came for particular client inside the Flipkart. Suppose that PayPal make a hit and it did not get response. Okay, so how we are going to track it? So first in API gateway we will come, we will get this ID. Okay, we will copy this ID and we will go to the Flipkart log and we will paste it, and we will see, okay, you see this ID is matching with these are all the requests. Then we can easily find out, okay, here is the problem, this problem, but now there is no problem, so everything is looks fine. But for debugging perspective, this ID will only help us to debug the our request. Same way, if we want to hit from Amazon, wait for a second. Okay, now go to the Amazon. Is Amazon, come down, see this is the number generated, copy this one, paste it here. Now again go to the API gateway, and for API gateway this is the number, right? Copy this last one, paste it here. You see this number is matching. So this request is only with this ID it is getting in Amazon. So this unique identification number is getting attached with our request, which is going through API gateway. With this unique identification number, we can easily track the our request and response, any error, anything. So this is helpful for that. So coding for this one is that just we need to add this method in all the applications. That's all. So this is all about the API gateway. Okay. Now coming to the little back again. Till now whatever we did is that till now we are done with the all three implementation. Now we are going to implement the final services, which is API POTI compare portal. Now our everything is done, all architecture is done, nothing required. Just we need to call a Flipkart and we need to call a Amazon and we need to compare the price and display it. That's all. So this is all about in this video. In next video we are going to implement the another service, which is nothing but API POTI compare portal. Thanks for watching this video.